So Denver, hopefully you found this video because you live in the city of Denver. And again, you just need to live here. That's whether you own a single family home, whether you own a condo, um, whether you rent a home, condo, townhome, apartment, or even if you're homeless. If you live in Denver, this video is meant for you. So first, we're going to begin by navigating to denvergov.org. So again, that's denvergov.org. This is the primary website for the city and county of Denver. There's a lot of information on here. Okay, so if we scroll down, if you have questions, there's a lot of different things in here that is very helpful. You can click all online services if you need help with something. But today we are focusing on registered neighborhood organizations. We truly hope that everybody in the city of Denver at least connects with their registered neighborhood organization, and I'll explain why in just a moment. So we'll click neighborhood, and now scroll down just a little bit, and you should see a bunch of different things here. These are all important resources for you in your neighborhood, but particularly we're going to focus right here on registered neighborhood organizations today. Now, there is a Denver Revised Municipal Code regarding registered neighborhood organizations. And just as a quick summary, the way it is currently set up, the city, any agency of the city or city council, if they need to provide notice to the residents of Denver, what they do, it's right here, RNOs receive notification of proposed zoning amendments, landmark designation applications, planning board and board of adjustment hearings, liquor and cabaret licenses, and other activities occurring in the neighborhood as stipulated in the ordinance. So registered neighborhood organizations are the first entities, and in some instances, the only entities to find out about anything that's happening in the city. The issue that we have run into is that this information makes it out to registered neighborhood organizations and then stops because they communicate with their members, but there's no requirement in that municipal code for outreach to the neighborhood. Yeah, it says that they need to post public notice of public meetings, but that is fairly vague, doesn't seem to be enforced. They need to be open, which I guess they are, but the ones that require dues, that right there seems to be a hurdle. So what are we doing? Well, if we scroll down here, so again, just to recap what we did, we started at City of Denver, we went to neighborhood, and then registered neighborhood organizations. Now view searchable RNO map. We have created several new registered neighborhood organizations and a registered neighborhood organization coalition. So first, let me get to the coalition. Scroll down here to Neighborhood Coalitions of Denver. The goal of this is to be one centralized group for all information coordination with the city of Denver to kind of come in as like a point and then get disseminated. Okay, it's to help just provide structure here. And it will hopefully become more than that later, but this is the start. So information comes from the city, and then depending on what part of the city, if not if it's not relevant to the entire city, what part of the city is it relevant to? So then we have several district neighborhood coalitions set up here. Now, to be clear, these have no affiliation with the council district that they're mapped to align with, nor any city agencies. These are intended to be run by residents in the city of Denver who have no direct affiliation to those agencies, so there's no conflict of interest. Okay, and the idea is for these folks to get information, to then disseminate it to the entire area with the help of existing registered neighborhood organizations, if they exist. And that's another reason for these. In many instances, those registered neighborhood organizations do not exist for certain areas. So the idea is to make this a little bit more equitable. So let's say you live in District 10, because that's where I live. That's right in the middle of Denver. Okay, we have a District 10 neighborhood coalition there. And here's how you can contact them. Okay, let's say you don't live there. Let's say you live, for example, on the west side and you live in District 3. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the ones that we have registered so far in numerical order. So we'll go District 1, that's in the northwest. District 2, that's in the southwest. We already did District 3. I'll jump back to it again. District 4. We didn't get District 5 or District 6 registered in time before the window closed. District 7. District 8. District 9. And finally, again, District 10. And we didn't get District 11 registered in time either. However, we do have the emails set up for them. So district and then the number. So if you need to get in touch with districts 5, 6, or 11 neighborhood coalitions, you would type district, that number, so District 5, NC Den, or District 6, NC Den, and District 11, NC Den, to get a hold of those folks there. And again, the whole idea here is to be equitable and inclusive. So there are no dues to join. We'll get the registration links up shortly. And to the registration links is just going to be a way for us to get, for that registered neighborhood organization to get information to you. So ideally, that will be at minimum an email and a name. That's it. If you want to, you could provide a phone number. We don't plan at this time to do any calling, but maybe if there's something really important happening, we might. And beyond that, we might just ask for what individual neighborhood you live in. So for instance, if I can minimize this here, if I zoom in. So this is District 10. So maybe we'll say, you know, if you're signing up for District 10, maybe you live in Cap Hill, or maybe you live in Alamo Placita, or maybe you live in Congress Park, whatever, okay? that would be good information to have. So then we could subgroup um, our calling or emailing, etc. Okie dokie. If you have any general questions, you can email um, the Neighborhood Coalitions of Denver email. If I can, oh yeah, right, I gotta type it in here. Okay, Neighborhood Coalitions of Denver at Gmail. We are on Twitter, twitter.com/NC of Denver. And we are also on Facebook. Let me get that Facebook link for you really quick. Okay, facebook.com/neighborhood coalitions of Denver. And we plan on posting there each individual Facebook page for the district neighborhood coalitions 1 through 11. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you want to get involved, that would be great too. We need additional point people in each area. Ideally, we want to get to a point where we have 10 individuals that live in each district area. Ideally, maybe 2 or more from each individual neighborhood. I think would be ideal. Then that way, everybody's kind of sharing the workload. Okay, great, grand, wonderful, fantastic. Cheers.